Good morning. Today is August 12th. Today is day 7th of my Ladakh ride. Yesterday I reached Leh and checked into a homestay very close to Leh market. As usual, I got up early. Now time is around 6:30 I think. Just came to the main market area. Waited there some time for getting a tea. Afterwards I went back and took my motorcycle for a proper wash. Last 1 week's ride in Sanskar Valley and the bike has become very dirty. I had given a proper wash. Afterwards, I went to the Hero service center and did some quick adjustments of indicator and the loose chain. After that, from there, I went to the War Memorial, which is very close to the airport. This memorial is called Hall of Fame. There I spent some time, saw all the galleries there. Basically a small history about Ladakh region and the kind of invasion this region experienced over the years. Typically expo boosting patriotism. So different wars fought with Pakistan. Whenever there was a war with Pakistan, this region always got affected. It's a nicely decorated gallery and different sections are there. It's a museum by the Indian Army. It just got developed in the year 1986, I think. Basically to showcase the war stories and life in the harsh regions of Ladakh. It's basically showcase most of the wars India fought in Ladakh and Kashmir region. And the latest was the Kargil war in 99. They have displayed a lot of Pakistan arms and ammunition captured during the Kargil and Tiger Hill conflict. All gallantry award winners are also remembered in one section. a display of a letter written by a Pakistan army person to the family, I think.
ऊपर का मतलब 23,000 फीट हाइट के ऊपर से 21,000 फीट हाइट के ऊपर से रास्ता इस तरह नॉर्मल नहीं हो, स्लोप भी होगा।
Typically, the tools, the equipments they use for high altitude warfare is displayed there. And the person who was explaining was telling that almost 16 kgs of load they have to carry apart from their arms while doing the patrol there. This is the snowmobile they use in this glacier region. Earlier it was mostly through patrolling by walk. Nowadays snowmobiles have come, so that makes the job slightly better, but still the harsh weather is always a challenge. Their kind of tent, sleeping bag, the snow boot, the goggles, ice axe, shovel, all required necessary equipments for high altitude warfare, nicely displayed. These are all used in Siachen Glacier, so you can imagine how difficult a life they have there. And many people have encountered that there not because of bullet but because of frostbite and other weather related reasons. An important part of the gallery is the one dedicated to the Kargil war, and you will gather a lot of information from this Hall of Fame museum. So many documentations of their war victory and the 20 years celebration of Kargil war. That was in 2019.
सेलिब्रेशन का मतलब नाच गाने का सेलिब्रेशन नहीं, सेलिब्रेशन का मतलब इन जवानों, इन वीरों जो शहीद हमारे लिए, इस देश के लिए शहीद हुए, 20 साल होने के बाद पूरा इंडियन आर्मी मिलकर इनको सलाम किया गया, वेपन के साथ सलामी दिया गया, रीत चढ़ाया गया, लास्ट में विक्ट्री फ्लैग मार्शल चलाया, रीत चढ़ाते हैं, अमर जवान ज्योति जला के रखते हैं।
So this memorial also got fallen heroes memorial outside, so that's also a huge area. I took around 2 hours to complete the visit there. By the time I finished it, it was kind of mid-noon. So I came out, had some lunch, and again I was in the market area, Leh market area. Next plan is to visit the Leh Palace. From the market, it's a steep climb, about I think half a kilometer climb to reach the palace.
Visit to Leh Palace.
It's an ancient palace basically. So you have to walk through small gullies to reach at the entrance of the palace. There is a road connecting outside. Since I am walking, this is a short way to reach there. This is the old city type, like old buildings of clay and typical houses, Ladakhi style. Most of the houses are traditional one and old building.
This way.
And this is the exterior of the palace, kind of a fortified wall and other things. After that, you will reach to the main entrance. It's a 20 rupees ticket, I think, for entry.
पलस कितना बजे तक खुला है? 8:30. अच्छा, थैंक यू.
Yeah, it's the maximum 5 allowed.
This Leh Palace is also known as Lachan Palkar Palace. This is basically a former royal palace, and from this palace the view of Leh city is complete. You can have a nice view of Leh city. This palace was constructed in 1600 CE by Singhe Namgyal, and this palace witnessed a lot of invaders and fights. This palace was abandoned when the Dogra forces took control of Ladakh during the mid-19th century, and the royal family was forced to move to the Stoke Palace during that time. It's a remarkable, those days, 5 centuries old, you know how they constructed it. It's basically a 9 stories high. The upper floors were earmarked for the royal family, while the lower floors held stables and storerooms. The Palace Museum holds a rich collection of jewelry, ornaments, ceremonial dresses and crowns, a lot of old artifacts. Many tourists were there to see the palace, and most of the doors to the chambers were very short, and for a tall person very tough to get into all these chambers. So every level there is a kind of terrace. You can have a nice view of the city. From the topmost deck, it's a fantastic view. You'll get a nice bird eye view of all these surrounding areas of Leh city. since it is just typical afternoon. It was a bit sunny, not so good to take good pictures and all. But anyway, it was a nice experience. I think almost 2.5 to 3 hours in that area in the afternoon to get the complete feel of the palace and the museums they have maintained in different chambers there. From there, again I came back to the main market street. I had a relaxed stroll to the market. They have nice food joints, some fruit juice, fruit ice creams. Tourists are enjoying all these nice refreshments. And there was this Buddhist temple next door. Chokang Vihara temple is just bang on the Leh Market Road. That was my next point of interest. There's a large courtyard of this 20th century temple. This is relatively new one and very calm and peaceful place just in the middle of the town. It's early evening, so not much crowded. This is the entrance to the temple and it's a big, quite a big area. You can sit there on the steps and view the hours pass by without any disturbance. Just went inside the temple for a couple of minutes just to see the interior of this Buddhist temple. Next there is a Central Asian museum. This is a relatively new one. It's a very compact museum. I think they opened this museum in the year 2011 and basically it displays artifacts and lifestyle and cultural importance of Central Asian countries, because being part of this Silk Route, this Ladakhi people had interaction with people from that region for a long time. Once the Silk Route got abandoned and this ties got cut off, otherwise it was a flourishing big trading route, and Leh was one of the halting point for these Silk Route merchants. So you can see a lot of artifacts like old sack kind of bags made of animal hide, boots, typical not like a modern leather boots, but with crude form of boots made of animal skin. A lot of ancient copies of Quran are displayed there. So I spent about half an hour and it's very compact and I think two-storied museum.
Long queue for people to withdraw.
And I came back to the market again.
One more is there.
Small enclosure where you selling all ornaments, some kind of traditional jewelries and some fancy stuff. I bought some earrings for my daughters. By the time it was evening, and there was a light and sound show in that Hall of Fame War Museum. That's a nice setup. It's basically a light and sound show of totally about 20-25 minutes, depicting all these different wars fought in this region. Unfortunately, you can't record anything once the show is on. So this was just before the beginning of the show. I finished that one, and around 8 o'clock I rode back to market again and spent some time walking around there before going for the dinner. Meanwhile, I organized inner line permit through online registration. It's much easier now. Overall, I think it's cost around 400 rupees or something. Till Leh, you don't have to take any permit. You can come all the way to Leh, from Manali to Leh, or from Leh to Srinagar highway. No permit is required. Inner line permit is required. But in case you wanted to travel further to Pangong, so Nubra Valley, those kind of location, towards the Siachen camp, then you need to take a permit. Remember those days in 2004, we had to give it to an agent, and it's a kind of half-day process. You will take it in the morning, and afternoon you will get it signed from the DC office and all. But now it's online. It's so much more convenient. After all this long walk of this evening, again I had a beer and came for the dinner at a typical open restaurant close to the main market. A lot of people were there because food choices were there, from Chinese to North Indian to some Israeli food. A lot of options were there. I had some North Indian option of roti and chicken. That was it. End of day 7, and first leg of the Ladakh trip is completed. So tomorrow I'll be climbing Kardugla before getting into Nubra Valley. So let's see how the next phase of this Ladakh ride progress. That's all for today. Good night.